Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle a skill that is a total game changer for how you look at algebra. We are talking about complete factorization.
Think about it like this. What if every algebraic expression was actually a finished puzzle? Well, factorization is the secret that lets you take it apart, piece by piece, so you can see exactly how it was built. It's the key to understanding what's really going on inside the math.
At its heart, factorization is just about breaking things down. Like taking apart a big Lego model to see all the individual bricks it's made of. Those little bricks, or factors, they're the basic building blocks of the whole thing.
But here's the thing. We're not just taking off a few pieces. Complete factorization means we break that Lego model all the way down. Down to its single fundamental bricks. We don't stop until we literally can't break it down any further.
So how do we actually do this? Well, you need a game plan, right? A reliable strategy you can use for every single problem to make sure you get it right every time. And here it is, your three-step toolkit. It's super simple. First, you always hunt for a common factor. Second, you look for special patterns. Think of these as secret shortcuts. And third, you always double-check. Can I break this down anymore? This is a roadmap for every puzzle we're going to face.
All right, let's dive in. Level 1. This is the most important step. The one you can absolutely never ever skip. Finding the greatest common factor.
Okay, here's our first expression. Time to put that game plan into action.
That's right, we start with the common factor. So what's the biggest number that goes into both 6x and 12? It's 6, right? We pull that 6 out to the front, and then we just write what's left over inside the parentheses. And you can always do a quick check. If you multiply it back out, 6 times x and 6 times 2, you end up right back where you started.
Okay, how about we try one with variables and exponents? Don't let it fool you, though. The rule is exactly the same. What's the common factor here? See, this time the common factor isn't just a number. Both parts have at least a 4, and they both have at least one x. So we can pull out a 4x. That leaves us with 2x minus 1 inside. It's as simple as that.
Okay, so once you've checked for common factors, it's time to level up. This is where we start hunting for special patterns that act like powerful shortcuts.
And this is a classic. It's one of the most useful patterns you'll see, the difference of two squares. If you see something squared minus something else squared, you can instantly rewrite it like this. Seriously, recognizing this is a huge time saver.
All right, new problem on the table. First things first, is there a common factor? Nope, not this time. So we move on to step 2. Does this fit our pattern? Do we have a squared thing minus another squared thing?
It totally does. X squared is our a squared, and 9, well, that's just 3 squared, so that's our b squared. We just plug x in for a and 3 in for b into our little formula, and we get our answer. Boom. Done. So you've mastered the individual moves. Now, it's time for the boss level, a problem that's going to require our entire game plan.
Here it is. Now, this might look a little tricky at first glance, but you know what? We have our 3-step plan. All we have to do is trust the process.
So, what is our very first move? No matter what the problem looks like, what's the one thing we always do first?
The common factor, of course. The common factor between 2x squared and 18 is 2. So we pull that out front, and that leaves us with 2 times the quantity of x squared minus 9.
But wait, this is where step 3 comes in. Are we factored completely? We can't just stop here. Take a really close look at what's inside those parentheses. Does that look familiar?
Of course it does. It's our old friend, the difference of 2 squares, the same one from the last example. So we keep the 2 out front, and then we factor the part in the parentheses. And that gives us our final completely factored answer. We had to use our entire toolkit to solve that puzzle.
So, let's wrap this all up. When you really boil it all down, the key takeaway is a simple but incredibly powerful checklist. Just follow these 3 steps in this order every single time. Always start by finding the common factor. Next, look for those special patterns. And finally, never, ever stop until you are absolutely sure it cannot be broken down any further.
You now have the key to deconstructing these algebraic expressions. And this skill isn't just about a test. It's a fundamental tool that lets you solve much more complex problems down the road.
So the real question is, what new puzzles are you gonna unlock with it?